Uvla Lotuk friends, and you are friends. Welcome back to Trick in the Future. I'm,
Yes.
as always, Joshua Hadley, and sometimes he's Lord Justin Belanger, sometimes he's
Yep.
Gopher, sometimes he's, hey, what are you doing cutting in line? He's that guy.
I'm that guy. Hello. Welcome back. Season 4 is finally here. We had a bit of a break there with the in between seasons, but we're back and we're finally watching something that isn't Strange New Worlds.
Yeah, we're watching Starfleet Academy.
Yeah. A show that's definitely not being review bombed.
Um, probably, well, so we're doing another season,
Yeah.
and we're gonna be back every Saturday
Yep, as per usual.
yeah, as per use. I don't know. We might actually. I'm thinking about like how long the show's gonna go because I do plan to be in different places in Kotzebue, and we'll see how everything goes. If
Yep.
something's different, we'll update you guys.
Yep.
Except unless your name's Abdel, then we'll send you a letter.
Yeah, he gets letters.
Yeah, I mean,
It's the easiest way to reach someone in Egypt.
absolutely.
Mm.
I mean, do they even have internet? And when we do the letter, do we have to write in hieroglyphics?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
So there's a new Star Trek show, Starfleet
Yes.
Academy. Stars Tig Taro,
Yes.
and we got two new episodes that we're
Two.
talking about today.
Double down on
First
it,
one,
and
yeah, first one is Kids These Days, and
yeah, right there in
I don't
the
know,
corner.
what are some of your thoughts, Justin?
So I enjoyed it. I liked the cast. Seems nice. Also,
Mhm.
I kept seeing that Stephen Colbert's in the show, and I'm like, where the hell is he? But it turns out he was the not narrator, but like the guy over the PA system
The
in the
yeah,
college.
yeah, I heard
Apparently that
him.
that was him. So, yeah, cast was doing well. It it, it it went a bit long for me the first episode because it was like 75 minutes, so it did
Yeah,
drag on a little bit towards the end. But I did enjoy it. It's Star Trek, feels like Star Trek to me. Uh, I like the little overarching plot we're gonna be getting with this, with the guy trying to find his mom, who's played by
yeah, Caleb.
She-Hulk, so that's fun.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Another show that got heavily review bombed, so apparently people just hate her. Uh,
Yeah,
but she's a good actress, and yeah, so I enjoyed it. Um, what are your thoughts?
I thought it was alright. Just like you said, it went kind of long, and it was. I woke up Thursday at 4 in the morning, so I figured I'm not going back to sleep, so I
Yep.
might as well watch the new Star Trek episode. And
Mm.
it went way longer than I expected because it's a 85-minute episode.
Yeah, 85 hour 70 75 85 75 75 I think it was an hour and
75.
15 I think. Yeah, 75 minutes. So yeah, I wasn't expecting I I was a little late here to get to, because I watched both episodes this morning. I wasn't
Mhm.
expecting one of them to be over an hour, so I ended up being a little late. But yeah, I did watch both of them.
Just like you, I like Caleb.
Mm.
I feel like it's an interesting character, and we'll go into what's going on with him
Yeah.
later on as we talk
Mm.
philosophy in the show. But I guess like one thing I didn't like was, well, even like didn't like. I mean, like the pirate guy, Nus Barca, who's like half Klingon, half
Yeah.
Tellarite. Um, I thought he was just a fine villain to have. Like he liked to laugh and make people mad, just like he's like Donald Trump or
Yeah, that was
Ben Shapiro or
yeah,
something.
what's the I'm blanking on the actor's name, but it's a well known,
Played by Paul
the whole Paul Giamatti.
Giamatti.
Yeah, Paul
Giamatti.
Giamatti. Good actor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice little unhinged role for him.
I don't know about that character being character that's gonna be coming back. Like,
Hmm.
we'll see though. Like, um, maybe the first episode just dragged on so much that I mean, I thought it was all right. I didn't hate it. Like, I mean, I know Star Trek's woke now, but
And Star Trek went woke. How could it be?
yeah, before this episode came out, I got on my YouTube recommendations a video from Critical Drinker, and I just like, all right, he's talking about Starfleet Academy. I'll check him out, and I didn't know he's one of these nerds. You didn't know that. Oh my God, that's how they ruining Star Trek.
Ruining Star Trek. They have overweight women and minorities, and there was a deaf guy in the second episode. It's so
Can you
woke.
believe that?
It's so woke now. Mm.
How dare they ruin Star Trek like
It's
that?
getting good reviews from critics, so that's something.
Yeah, it's like I said, for me, I thought the first episode was all right. I like the second one more,
Second one
and
was
we'll get
fun.
into that. We'll get into that
First one
here
was
in a
like
couple.
really like just like setting the story for the whole thing, whereas the second
Yeah,
episode felt like a more typical like Star Trek episode.
at first I was wondering what's going on. For everyone who doesn't know, who's not on the Discord, and how
Yeah.
dare you, like, how dare you go woke on us by saying off Discord, slip slip. Um, I've been watching Voyager, and I thought it was really cool to see the Doctor, even though like it doesn't make sense that he's old because he's a hologram, but in they're calling them like photonics, I think, right?
Mm.
And now, so this Star Trek is 1,000 years into the future of, well, not from our future, like
Yeah.
1,100 years into our future
Mm.
from where we're at now.
Yeah.
Maybe 1,000 years or 900 years from when Voyager takes off. So the photonic of the Doctor's like 900 years old, and even though he's a hologram, he's aged because
Mm.
obviously the actor's aged,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't make sense, and they explain it in a way saying, "Well, I've been programmed to age like that." Like, okay,
I mean, I think that's better than like them trying to like use de aging technology for every episode. That
that
sometimes like looks wonky. So
yeah, like it actually, and you're right because it did make me think of that Star Wars film. What was it where
one of
they
the
had
sequel trilogy, right? Yeah.
yeah, where they had
Carrie Fisher.
yeah, and they did the sequence
Someone
where
else too, actually.
yeah they oh no, Peter, what's his name?
Yeah, I don't remember his name, but I remember the guy. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
Token.
passed away before the thing, so they were like the first major company to to like resurrect the dead, quote unquote, with
And
this, which
I, I do prefer their storyline explanation rather than like making it like look strange like it did in
yeah.
that Star Wars film where Prin Princess Leia's like she looks like really weird in that.
Mm.
Um,
And like the original, well, not the original, one of the older Supermen appearing in the Flash years after he passed away.
ah,
They did that too.
yeah. So I do prefer the storyline explanation. It's better just to see the actor as is as
Yeah.
um. It even like makes more sense because with Carrie Fisher, we just saw like this young CGI or whatever effects they did version of her in the film for not a minute. And the
Yeah.
Doctor is a pretty, well, I don't know if he's a big character, but we see him on the screen a lot. He's
Mm.
getting a lot of screen time, and that would have been like way more work that they would have had to put into like make him look younger.
Mm.
But I do appreciate seeing him. I've been watching Voyager, and I thought that was really cool.
Nice.
And I like like when we first see him, he's doing the vaccinations for the new cadets, and I thought it was funny, especially when he got to Caleb and he ends up having a parasite. Like, what? Were you bathing in? Um, and I do like the new fish dude. I have to look up his name, Durham. Durham. And we had a rock person too.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we didn't see Jankum, but can't get
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
And
And
like
Rock.
Jankum, it's been so long in this universe, 1,000 years into like
Yeah.
Star Trek.
It's many years.
I just I just thought I looked on Wikipedia, and instead of going forwards, I went backwards, and I saw what's going on in the world, and like 1,000 years ago, well, 1,100 years ago, about the same time this
Yeah.
show's taking place, I saw for inventions that we invented algebra about the same time period going back. So
Mm.
I just want to like look at that to think like, all right, so this is what they can do in the future. Like, what in the past is like was new and incredible that like we've never seen such a thing before, like algebra or
The stuff that ruined math class.
son of a nice
Uh,
lady. Man, back in the day.
I liked. I
You
used to
know,
like math when I was young. And then they started adding letters, and I was like, I don't know. Like this anymore. I
that's
wanted. I
that's
wanted
too
numbers.
much.
Yeah.
Too much.
Too much.
I do like the the starship in this film is called the Athena. I like the design of it a lot.
Mm.
Looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um, and I like
The
the commander. We
Theta
don't
was in
have
Ring
a
of Honor, by the way.
yeah. She was in Ring of Honor. She
She
could
could.
also
She
Joe
could have
for the
punched.
title. uh, and I do like the commander N- Nahala Nala.
Yeah. Was it Holly Hunter? I believe
Yeah,
plays her.
she's
Yeah.
playing Nala,
Yeah.
and she's like a character like Petla, or yeah, Petla. It's in Strange New Worlds. Second, um, what are they precisely? Sorry, they're Lat. the- I saw the name and then the ad went over it.
Mm.
Athenites.
Mm. Yeah.
So it's our second character like that. So
Yeah.
um, and if you recall from Strange New Worlds, these people live an extremely long time.
Mm.
There's some interesting things that happens in the next episode with her that I like to speak about.
Yeah.
Made sure not to bring it up right now since we're talking about the first one.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I thought the fish guy was pretty cool. In the new Genesis, whatever, she's a new alien species that we haven't seen in Star Trek.
Yeah.
Pretty cool character. How and I thought it was funny how she catches Caleb hacking the Starfleet, whatever, to try and
Yeah.
do message. Um, I like the characters.
Yeah.
Just for a TV episode, it went really long. It
Yeah.
wasn't a feature length film.
Yeah. They
But
just. I feel like they were really trying to like make sure we know everyone and all that like immediately, and so they kind of crammed it in a bit. But I did like it. It was just again went a little too long. Um, but we'll talk about the second episode here in a little moment, and we did prefer that one.
before we move on, I need a caffeine hit. So right now I have
Yeah.
some coffee, and I
Now,
got
now, now, so you know what's crazy about that? You know what's crazy about you having some W there? You look who has some
mhm.
W over here. It's
Oh wow.
backwards. It's backwards in the camera, but it's I got you got that Japanese soda, crisp and smooth Kyoto inspired drink. So we're finally getting some Gopher drinking W here.
Finally,
I can actually shill this with knowledge of what it's like. So
I got Japanese Yakuza,
hell yeah.
and this is
Get,
Japan's best citrus fruit.
get my little there we go. We'll plop
Oh,
that on
nice.
into the water. Yeah,
I'm doing that thing,
nice
and
flavor.
yeah, it's got caffeine. It's they don't have red dye for Those of you who like RFK.
They it's like made from fruit extract.
Yeah, the coffee is from fruit extract.
Mm.
Very different.
Yeah, I'm doing a little stirring. He's shaking. I'm stirring.
I'm shaking.
Here's the James Bond one here. I'm stirring.
Shaking. Not
Mm.
stirred.
Mm. There we go.
And I
That's
really
good.
like this.
Yeah. This one, it's like a whitish color. It's good. I like it. I like the Japanese soda flavor.
And so, say you go the website's w.gg. You want to buy this stuff. You're like, it's not too expensive. And so, just to let you guys know, this is like has 30 days worth of servings.
Yes.
And but it's more expensive than getting a cup of coffee, but it'll last you a lot longer. But we can help you out with the price a little. And
Yeah.
just to remind everyone and to let the new people know
Yeah.
that W hasn't increased their prices since the tariffs because
Yeah.
obviously it's not a coffee bean, it's from a fruit extract. So
Mm.
thankfully we're safe from the tariffs. And if you
Yeah.
see on the Twitch chat, you can save 10% by using the code Gopher or use our links on the
Link
Twitch chat.
automatically applies it. It's in the description if you're watching this on YouTube. Link automatically applies the promo code Go for Tuck, all one word. No and. Couldn't fit the and in there.
Mm,
Um, but
and
you get
percent.
10% off of your W order. You too can have some nice little. They have. I haven't tried it yet, but when I received this dealio, they came with a little thing advertising their new s'mores flavor that you're supposed to put in milk. That looks
Yeah,
good.
I enjoy it. I
Mm.
got that too.
He's tried it.
And yeah, check them out. And while we're drinking a dubby, there was a second episode of
Yeah,
the
so
new Star Trek.
I need to move on over to that one here on the IMDb page. So that episode had a 6.4 on IMDb. This one has a 5.9 because which
That's funny because I said earlier this is the one I enjoyed.
yeah, the overall show has like a 4 out of 10 on here, but it has on Rotten Tomatoes the critic score is like 85. So
That's wild because that's the same score I gave to the last week's episode of NAA Power on Cage Match. Like this is better than NAA. I'm gonna say it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like this is better than a Billy Corgan produced product. I'm sorry, guys. Like I'm just gonna be honest.
Gotta be honest. Gotta be honest about that.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they think Tig Notaro and Holly Hunter is as good as Eric Smalls or Hornswoggle and Zack Ryder main eventing. I guess.
you know, when is Hornswoggle gonna show up in this show? That's a real question.
I'd really like that. Isn't Becky Lynch gonna be in this show?
Yeah. Rebecca Quinn, her real name. She is listed for at least one episode. Well, it lists her as being in one episode. I don't know which episode, but yeah, we're gonna see some Becky Lynch. Who has there ever been a pro wrestler in Star Trek?
Um, I can't recall. I don't
Hmm.
think so.
Hmm.
I I watch some YouTube channels that talk about wrestling too, and I figured they would bring it up. Um, oh well, William Shatner was on Raw with Jerry Lawler.
That is true. Let's see. Apparently, The Rock actually appeared in Voyager.
I gotta see that. I'm only in
Mm.
season 2, so
So
we'll
he
see.
he appeared in Voyager. The Big Show appeared in Enterprise as a character nicknamed Tiny because haha he's big. Let's see, and then Becky Lynch gonna be in Starfleet Academy.
So third one, or
Mm.
fourth one with William Shatner.
Mm. And there's someone named Tom McGee. I don't know who that is, but he was in the Next Generation. Whoever he is, some type of wrestler.
The guy who wrestled in the 80s.
Oh, Big
Or the
Show was not playing a character named Tiny. The actor Tiny, nicknamed Tiny, Tommy Lister Jr. from Friday and other such films.
wasn't
Rose,
wasn't that Zeus?
yes, yeah.
Yeah,
Is he? So I guess he's a wrestler. I didn't know he was a wrestler.
he wrestled one match
Oh, okay.
at least.
All right. But yeah, so we have Dwayne Johnson and the Big Show, and now Becky Lynch as the three ones who are known for wrestling, and also have appeared now in Star Trek.
All right, we talked about the wrestling. I want to bring up. I really enjoyed the for the universal translators. We got a new species that I don't recall
Yeah.
from Star Trek. I'm not as big as nerd as like Critical Drinker or any of these other people who are saying the show's woke. I'm sorry. Like we talked about this last year, but
Yeah.
anyway, I really enjoyed how when the guy was doing signs, they had a little translator to speak for them. That
Yeah.
was cool.
Yeah. Yeah. That was interesting.
And so the we didn't really discuss the plot too much earlier. So
Yeah.
Caleb's a criminal, like he's criminal Caleb Foster.
Been a criminal basically
He's
since he was 6.
yeah, basically. I mean, and so Holly Hunter, Nalia. I'm gonna have to remember. I'm gonna have to learn these names.
Yeah,
Like
a
I
whole
remember
bunch of
the
new
top.
Star Trek names to learn now. So.
Jet. We get to see Jet in the second episode. Jet Naro or what? Tig. No, I'm sorry. Tig Naro is the actors,
We have
and
Caleb as the main character. At least that's an easy one.
yeah.
Mm.
Um, and so Tig, I haven't seen Discovery yet, but I guess they go into the future around this time, and so she's from 1,000 years in the past, in this 1,000 years into the future. So, I love Tig, and I used to watch Comedy Central, and I always thought she was funny. Um, and I'm grateful to see her just like the
Whoa,
Doctor.
whoa, whoa! There we go. My camera zoomed way in on me when I turned around for a second. Don't need to be that
Uh,
close.
yeah, and and so in this episode, they're in San Francisco, where Starfleet Academy is. It's reopened now,
Yeah.
and they're doing some proper learning. Like we didn't talk about the relationships of the characters. The fish dude, Durham, and Caleb hate each other.
Yeah.
Um, I know Gene Roddenberry won't like that, but sorry, Gene, you're dead. You know, you get to be my canon now. So there's gonna be some conflict between the characters for the story. Okay, Gene.
And they're also roommates.
Yeah,
Well,
create some conflict there. And
camera could-
so what's going on is we get these people who we say do sign language for speaking. They're in a negotiation
Yeah.
with Starfleet Academy, and something I thought was really cool is we get to see Nalia walk around casually without shoes. I thought that was very fun.
And the shoes, she's supposed to be wearing shoes, regulation, but she's like, nah, I don't want to do that. Gotta let the
I
tootsies
mean,
breathe.
it makes sense. I mean, but I don't see any dogs, so she's not gonna step in poopy.
Yeah, that's well, not dog poopy at least. Now Jake
Yeah.
or Caleb poopy.
Mm.
Who knows?
And so Caleb, we mentioned this a little bit before, but he's been a criminal since he was 6. ICE separated him from his family. I'm sorry, not this is 1,000 years in the future. Starfleet Academy separated them from his, and that's very strange too, because we're all about family values, and Starfleet Academy is like your family, like screw it, we're bringing them up.
Yeah.
Who cares about
Yeah.
you?
So yeah, Holly Hunter's character basically sentenced Caleb's mom to 15 years. She didn't want to, like she was very clearly against it, but like there was basically like a robbery because they're poor, so like he was trying to be fed.
Mhm.
And then Paul Giamatti's character was involved, but someone died, which is why they had to go to the more extreme punishment. Um,
Yeah,
and basically, like the mom, as she was being pulled away, was like, "Don't trust them. Don't trust Starfleet Academy." And so he didn't. Caleb did not trust them, and instead ran away, and spent the next 15 years just sort of surviving on his own, doing different crimes to survive. He
Yeah.
finally he gets brought in, gets captured, and she ends up. They bring her back because like she quit, Holly Hunter's character, but they decide to bring her back for the Starfleet Academy thing. She agrees to do it because they found Caleb.
And she wants to help him out. That's
Yeah.
why she left. And so if they made a deal where he gets to attend Starfleet Academy, he's like, all right, you're doing this.
Mm.
So I mean, and so there's
And
a
she
negotiation.
and
Yeah,
she agrees to help him find his mom
yeah.
because she apparently broke out of prison the year prior.
And yeah, like I said, I enjoyed this episode more. I really like there was a little romance arc going
Yeah,
on with one of the sign language characters.
yeah.
have to
The
look up
daughter
her
of
name.
she's the daughter of the like the main guy, and
Yeah.
she has a brother as well who is going to be staying on the show as another roommate for Caleb.
And so the daughter of this big leader is Tamara.
Yeah.
And her last name will be easy for me to remember. Seidel.
Yeah.
Well, it's Seidel. It's sort of like Seidel. It was Ring of Honor.
Mm. Could have faced
Um,
jail for the title.
but yeah, I really my favorite thing was they talked about Tamara talked about how she liked humpback whales and just the
Yeah.
idea of you got this big entity who just doesn't care about you at all.
Mm.
I mean, unfortunately, we're in the 21st century right now, and the whales are starting to fight back. But in the future, like we figure out our differences, you can do like whatever humans,
Mm.
those tiny things. Um, and I really enjoyed when Caleb brings her to that room with the humpback whales.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's where they get found out. Like
Mm.
everyone's like, "How dare you have a romance arc in
Yeah.
Star Trek?"
But he also finds out about this location that they haven't been able to find. Because towards the end of the first episode, Paul Giamatti's character tells him that his mom is on some planet or whatever, but they couldn't find the planet. Apparently, it's out of their database.
It seemed like more like an asteroid mining thing than
Yeah.
like a full-blown planet.
Mm.
But yeah, that arc's continuing. And like I said, I this was just more enjoyable to me, maybe because of the romance arc. I mean, definitely, and I think there's a lot more shenanigans that
Yeah,
I enjoyed in the
it definitely felt like the first episode they were just focusing on trying to get everything set up, and it just kind of it went a little too long. But they got all the things set up, and now we're just into the show itself.
and I guess another one of my favorite scenes was when Jet Reno got to teach that's who Tig Notaro was playing. I don't remember her last name. Jet's teaching the class, and Caleb's like looking at a little like Kendall to find where his mom's at, and Jet's like, "Oh, this is more interesting to you," and invites him to teach the class. That was funny to me.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, just so our feelings is the first episode did go long, but
Yeah.
the second one was much more enjoyable,
Yes.
and it's just terrible that everyone's fat, everyone's woke. There's all these different species. Like,
Mm,
I mean, Star
mm,
Trek's just going down the toilet.
yeah, yeah. Um, too woke.
Too woke. Talk about woke.
Mm,
Um, I got something I'm advertising now.
mm, look at that.
So, so at the end of February, I started a new job. I'm the case manager for Manilic's diabetes program. And
Mm,
what we're working on right now is the diabetes field clinic at the end of February
mm,
from the 23rd to the 26th.
mm,
And to be involved, you have to have diabetes. I'm sorry,
mm.
Justin. And you don't live in the Northwest Arctic Borough, so I really don't
Yeah,
expect you to
yeah, that's true. I don't
come
live there.
here
Mm,
or for Medicaid to pay for you coming up. But if you live here in Kotzebue and the surrounding villages in the borough region, Point Hope, even though Point Hope's not in the Northwest Arctic Borough, they're in Manila's service area.
Yep.
So in the Barrow or Point Hope, you
And,
can call us
and
at
you got
90.
diabetes.
You got diabetes, not pre-diabetes. Like, sorry guys, you're gonna have. There's people you can talk to, like, but you can't come to the field clinic.
Got to be deep in the sauce here.
Gotta be deep in the sauce, and that's just like that's all we have the resources for. But for the field clinic, you can still call us, and there's people you can talk to outside the field clinic. So don't be afraid to like not talk to us if you have pre-diabetes. Like, there's help you can get. But for the field clinic itself, you gotta have diabetes, and when you call us, our number is 907-442-7455. Um, we'll set you up with we'll do a order to get labs done. And to get labs, you just fast the night before. If you're in Kotzebue, you just go to registration and you can get it done. If you're in the village, you have to schedule that yourself. And get back to us. Same number, 907-442-7455. Get a hold of me, or Josh will be able to help as well. If I'm not available, say I'm getting coffee or something.
So they either got to get
And
a hold of Josh or Josh.
yeah, Josh or Josh. We need a
Okay.
Drake.
Got the Joshes. No Drake
and
shit.
so, and so
To be fair, I'm not sure anyone else needs more Drakes in this world.
that's true.
Yeah.
And we'll schedule you. And like I said, it's gonna be at the end of February. We're
Yeah.
going to have some people come up from Anchorage, and um, well, I'm sorry. Like, I'm talking to Justin, so I'm thinking I have to say up from Anchorage because he's down in Texas. It's
Yeah.
gonna be down in Anchorage from us up here in
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
Mm.
And so we're gonna bring some doctors up. We're gonna have some stew.
Mm.
Not sure what kind yet, but and we're gonna have some swag.
Mm.
So a lot to look forward to. A lot to look forward to.
Lot to look forward to. You got Swag, you got Stu, you got Josh, you got other Josh. Plenty.
And
Diabetes.
diabetes. And just one more reminder before we move on. The number is 907-442-7455. It's at the end of February,
Yep.
but the sooner you can call us and schedule labs. There's only 60 slots for people, so you know,
Mm.
if you're watching this show, you got a head start on that. Other people, they're gonna have to wait till I get on the radio here.
Mm.
Anyway, we got a little challenge
Yeah.
between you and I so far,
Yes.
and I would like to invite the listeners to join us.
Yeah. Bring them
So
in. Bring the viewers, the listeners in on this little challenge.
we figure um, these people in the show are going to school.
Yeah.
They're doing things to like grow and like become Starfleet um, officers. I mean, not like I'm just remembering lower decks and some of them. Well, no, like they're in the show they're ensigns. But by the time in the comics we were reading,
Yeah.
they were officers. So they're doing things. So
Yeah.
I figured we could do things, right?
We could do
Dang.
things.
And so what I decided, and well, I say I decided, like I'm the king of Chuck in the future, right? Um, what we decided, I talked to Gopher about this, is I got challenge cards from the Daily Stoic, and
Mm.
Stoic philosophy is seemed to influence a lot of the show, especially the Vulcans. So why not use these cards to do some challenges on Trek in the future? I mean, we're
Yeah.
Star Trek too, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or maybe we're too woke.
You know? I mean, we are two white guys.
Yeah, there we go.
Mm.
Not Malik, not him though.
That's true. He's not a white guy.
Yeah. It is German though.
So
So yeah, ask your question.
I was gonna say, so we our first thing was sleeping on the ground. That was our
Sleep on the
first one. So
ground.
I actually mentioned this during Gopher After Dark last week. Um, I did this that same day. I did not sleep on the ground for the entire night, but I was feeling a little tired, so I was like, you know what? I have the challenge. I'm gonna go ahead and take a nap on the ground. I was down for about an hour. Um, the floor is hard.
It
Didn't
is.
didn't feel great, but I did it, and it's. I mean, I hurt for a little bit afterwards, but I'm fine now. So there you go.
I've done this before in December and I slept on I slept on my floor too and I woke up around like 12 or 1 in the morning. I'm like, all right, I'm moving to bed because I did hurt too. Um,
I when I was younger, I used to sleep on the floor plenty of times, but that was back when I lived in Pennsylvania, where every room in the house had a carpet. My room does not have a carpet. It's a very hard floor.
what I did was I put this blanket here on the
Yeah.
floor. That still wasn't enough. So I'll read this card before talking about what happened with me. Sleeping on the floor will be hard, literally,
It's
especially if
true.
you've never done it before. It's uncomfortable. You may be sore or sleep terribly, but like any other physical feat, you'll feel good having accomplished it, even if you're feeling awful otherwise. When you wake up, you'll start the day with a victory.
There you go.
And just like Justin, last time I did this in December, I I got halfway through the night and I was like, I'm moving to my bed. Like, um, it was something. This week I just forgot. Like, I'm doing other challenges, and I mean, I don't want to make excuses. It's just like last night, I was gonna do it last night, and I just had so much going on.
Yeah.
Um, and that's actually an issue. Um, that is an issue, and there's just sometimes you just gotta say no to something so that you can keep in your mind what's important.
Sure.
Um,
I agree.
and I'm not trying to make an excuse. I'm trying to like explain
Yeah.
what I'm doing wrong here. Not trying to like paint myself in a good light doing this. But so I forgot to do the challenge. Even though I just had this on my little table right here. Just like and I had a whole week to do it, and I decided like I'm gonna do it Friday night. That's another thing is I waited till the last minute, and if I just done it any other day, well, the reason I waited till the last minute it was really cold, and
Mm.
I figured Friday would be the night because it got warm, and then like of course I waited till the last minute and forgot the last day. Like I should have just done it. I should have just done it,
Mm.
and Um, I'll read the little quote from Seneca on this card. It comes with a quote from Stoic philosopher Seneca. He was the Nero's teacher. It is precisely in times of immunity from care that the soul should toughen itself beforehand for occasions for greater stress. And he's absolutely right. I mean, that's part of why they're doing this Starfleet Academy is they want to toughen themselves up before they have. I mean, it is a military. Starfleet's a military,
Yeah.
so makes sense.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
so, yeah,
I was just gonna ask. So, are we gonna get a sneak peek for next week's? Like, do we announce what the next week's challenge is
we're
gonna be
doing it.
during this? Yeah.
We're doing it, and I
Okay.
feel
Cool.
like I would what I don't want to just invite the Discord users and our fans to participate. Um, I want to give you guys a prize
Mm.
for if you go on Gopher's Discord, Gopher and Tux, generically named
That
Discord
it's
server.
in the description if you're watching on YouTube, and if you're on the Twitch chat, it's right there. Link, join the Discord. You have a Trek in the
Yeah.
Future channel in there.
If you post on there about these challenges and what your thoughts are, and I'm more than happy to talk to you guys and give you something for that. And I'll talk to Gopher more about what that should be. Um, uh, it's what once again, like I waited till like, oh, we're on the show. Although you were busy watching the show, so we didn't get the 15 minutes beforehand to discuss.
That's true.
Anyway, so for next week, like you asked, next week's challenge is embrace memento mori. Go visit the cemetery.
There's actually when I was trying to lose weight a couple years ago, which I'm back to trying to lose weight now on account of being a heckin'
They
chunker.
do the same thing.
Um, Back then, there was this path I would walk. Like I would go down the street, turn, go around. It was about a mile that way and then a mile back, and that actually stops right at a cemetery. So I can just walk down there.
How about since we're asking people to do that, why don't we ask everyone take a picture of the cemetery you're going to? I just want to see because I think it'll
Yeah,
be cool.
yeah.
And if you do that, at least I'll pick one person, or imagine maybe one other person will do this, and or maybe if it's just a handful of people, we could figure out something wherever I decide would go for it. You can get a prize. But
Yeah.
since we're getting a preview, I'll read what it says here. Get close with mortality, not to create panic, but to create priority, humility, urgency, and appreciation for life. To make living your life right now a real priority by surrounding yourself with physical makers of the fitness or finiteness of life in general. And it's actually easy for me because every time I walk Mullock, I walk by the cemetery. But um unfortunately Alaska's got so little daylight. So what I'm gonna do is this weekend, and I got a 3-day weekend because of Delakeets Day, Martin Luther King Day. They're both on Monday. Um, I'm gonna this weekend sometime in the afternoon. I'm gonna stop by and I'm gonna visit the cemetery. And like I said, I'll share some pictures on Gopher's Discord, and I'll read this quote from Marcus before we read on. Marcus Aurelius, the former emperor of Rome, not to live as if you had not to live as if you had endless years ahead of you. Death overshadows you while you're alive and able to do good. Be good.
Mm.
So yeah, that's this week's challenges. We
Yes.
and, visit the cemetery,
There's a cemetery.
show us a picture, and we'll talk prizes.
Yeah. There you
Um and talking about the Gopher and Tech Discord server, there's updates on what's been uploaded to your YouTube channel.
Yeah, I recently fired the bot that we had before that did that posted the videos. Upon learning they're heavily using ChatGPT, we got a new bot now that is not doing that. So hooray!
Right.
Yeah, they post all the videos that go up on the channel as well as tagging everyone when we go live. There's no tags for the videos because there's a lot of videos. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, so right now we got a couple things happening there on Gopher and Tuck. The Gopher Sans Tuck series currently ongoing is Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, which so I just started uploading that the day after Christmas, but I actually recorded it so long ago that I believe I brought it up in a previous season of Trek in the Future. So that's finally going up on the channel. Um, and we have a series featuring our good pal Rob, aka Siren, playing Trine 5, A Clockwork Conspiracy. We have Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, which has become the longest series in channel history. We started that one back in
Yeah.
2021 and couldn't continue because of a glitch, but the game came out on the Switch since then, and we continued right where we left off, but on the Switch version. And today's episode is gonna be. Oh, actually, no. The finale went up yesterday. So
Yesterday.
yes, that entire series is up. 143 episodes.
Wow.
For context, our second highest series now is Lies of P with the DLC, which was 108 or 107 episodes. So, Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, by far the longest series on the channel. So that means today, uh, by the time this video goes up, it'll already be out. Will be Pokemon Yellow, the randomized Nuzlocke, our new randomized. We're going all back to the beginning now for this. So our yearly randomized Nuzlocke for Pokemon. It's gonna be Pokemon Yellow. That starts today. Um, and soon we will be having a Tuck played game. I don't know which one. He hasn't told me yet, but he's gonna be playing something. We'll see what that is. And of course, we have
Mm.
Trek in the future. This goes up. We have Gopher After Dark going up every Sunday night. We have Madden Mondays with myself and TJ, which is every Monday, hence the title Madden Mondays. Um, so that's going up every Monday. All these
Monday, Monday.
things. We have a minimum of 3 videos per day now. 2 episodes of Gopher and Tuck and 1 episode of Gopher Sans Tuck. Whole lot going on currently on
Hold
this
on.
channel. We do a great many things. Also, Jeff and I have been not every week, but some weeks streaming the Elden Ring Night Rain DLC. Also a
Shell,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
And you know what, guys? He threw a lot of information at you, or
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm assuming your gender Gopher. Just
I'm a
going
he.
woke, you know.
Yes, I'm a he. That guy actually,
So
right there, up there. That dude up there,
that's it.
joining me for Elden Ring Night Rain. Orphan of Sauce with the fat Vin Diesel as our bit boss. Why did that move? Why did that move? It moved. I'm gonna move that
Wow.
back down. It moved. Where's the bit boss? But yes, go on with what you were saying.
Yeah. So he threw a lot of information at you guys. The easiest thing to do is just join the Discord server because we're on
Yes.
Twitch, we're on YouTube. Not all the YouTube content. A lot of YouTube
There you
content
go.
it's not gonna go on Twitch. Like this will, not
Yes.
Elden Ring unless he does a compilation video. We'll see. And not, I mean, some of the stuff on Twitch is not gonna make it there
Yeah, so
because
some of,
that
a lot of the Twitch streams are just for Twitch. It's just for when it's live. Some go up on YouTube. Obviously, this podcast goes up on YouTube, and then certain other streams. But yeah, a lot of them they're just there for when it's live. If
yeah.
you wanna watch, you wanna come hang out, then there you
There you go. Easiest thing to do. Just join the Discord server
go.
and if you do that, you can talk about visiting a cemetery with us.
Yeah, you can get a chance to win a prize.
Exactly. And so
There are dogs
what I
barking.
wanted to what I want to talk about before we call it a morning is um I really like in Star Trek, if you recall when we had the book club, our first book was the Voyager book, Caretaker, which is also the pilot episode of the show or the first episode, I'm not sure. Um I think both of that works for that show. Um and if you recall, at the beginning of the book, Captain Janeway visits Paris at their correctional facility or whatever it is in San Francisco. And it's well, it's not a prison as I mean, it's not a prison because in Star Trek, like I, I believe at this in Voyager, we're like 200 years into the future is you don't go to prison. Like you get rehabilitated instead of punished. Like they try to make you into a better person than just like we need to punish this person. And I imagine you know why we're bringing this up, and we talked about it. I'm talking about Caleb is he's a criminal, and in this show, while there's still crimes happen, and I sort of alluded to this. I guess I'll talk about this. Is I made an ice joke, and as much as people like to say, I have family values. I believe in the importance of that. Like even before Donald Trump, during the Obama years, during the Biden years, I don't know how far back we need to go, but this country, when people cross the border, we break up families, and we don't even let them go to court together. Like, right, the parents will go to the judge, and then separately the children we're gonna separate them, and that's created problems. Like I allude to, like people like to say we have family values, and then we do stuff like that. uh, but to the point I'm getting to, what's I think is interesting is this whole show, and with Caleb, it's all right. We have this guy who, like, he's been getting his ass kicked by the system for what, 15 years? Yeah, it's
15.
15
Yeah,
years. I
yeah,
remember
yeah.
now. Yeah,
He was 6, and now he's 21.
and as I think you talked about this, Nalia. Yeah, you did. I remember now. Nalia is like, she didn't like this, and she's like, I'm done with Starfleet. Like, I can't do this anymore. And why she came back is because they agreed, all right, we'll help you rehabilitate Caleb, to correct correct what's happened. And I feel like it's a really interesting way to look at how justice is done because, as I said when we started talking about this, is we're so interested in the punishment portion in the United States. Is we got more people in jail than any other country in the world. Like, was it like we got 4% of the population? Well, like, of the incarcerated people, we got like what, 10% or something. You gotta have some thoughts on this.
Uh, yeah. I mean, we and there's also like I just saw the stat. I don't remember the exact number, but it was like a pretty crazy amount of people who are put in jail for marijuana offenses are still in jail,
Yeah,
even though like it's that it's not criminalized anymore. Like it's there's certain places in the country where you can't smoke it, but it's not you don't go to jail for it, and yet we still have all
yeah,
these people in prison for that. I I
it's
don't know what we're
ridiculous.
doing, man.
It's ridiculous, and I mean, we talked about Stoic philosophy before.
Yeah.
Last year I read Letters from a Stoic, uh, by Seneca. We quoted him earlier when we talked
Yeah.
about the sleeping on the ground challenge,
Mm.
and I mean, he made the point, like, when you're part of a mob, you're very um, incentivized to join them in trying to punish someone, and um, what good really does that do other than to fulfill some, like like monkey brain? And I'm sorry to use this because, like, I feel like that's how Joe Rogan would word it too. Some, like, part of your mind and brain or whatever, to it's like a need to get vengeance or revenge, and when really, like, what's that accomplishing? I mean, at least, like, in the show, Caleb's mom or whatever, and I forget the villain's name, Nuss,
Paul
whatever
Giamatti.
they did, it ended up to where someone died.
Yeah.
But a lot of these people going to see, um, going to, was it immigration court or what, or seeking asylum? That's what a lot of people are doing,
Mm.
or they're in jail because they have a marijuana offense from long ago. Like,
Yeah.
it didn't kill someone, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what are they doing in jail? But like I mentioned earlier, we're so driven by the punishment portion of justice that, like, it doesn't seem like we're too worried about, like, trying to rehabilitate people.
Mm.
Like, I mean, I've talked to people and they say, well, it gives you a chance to do some work. Like, I feel like the way we do it, it's more of just taking advantage of those people.
Mm.
Like, if you recall
And
Hassan,
and like
yeah,
a lot of people when they get out of prison have a very difficult time like getting back into life and like a very hard time finding a job and everything because it's on their record.
And that's a BS thing too,
Mm.
because they did their time. You
Yeah,
figured,
the point is
and,
that they should be able to rehabilitate their life, and yet it's thrown
but it
off the
follows
tracks.
them. Like
Mm.
it still follows them. Like as bad as like going to prison can be, even getting that part done, like it's still it's
Mm.
like you can't get away from it.
Yeah.
Um, and I really appreciate that about Star Trek. I really like that they saw a future where here's an alternative to what we're doing right now, and I think that's what people really like. And for all these people who are saying Star Trek's gone woke, like why is Voyager not woke? Why did the show go make it start going in a downward spiral after Enterprise? Like I feel
Mm.
like it's just people. uh, It's these nerds who like weren't really paying attention
Yeah.
to
I mean, even
what's
the
happening in
original
the story.
series has these kind of messages, these kind of
Yeah,
quote unquote woke messages.
absolutely. But they want to like think about like the these tiny trivia specific details that people really don't care about. Like, I mean, the reason like I like Voyager and that book Caretaker in the first episode and the whole Paris arc is here's a guy who gets a chance to rehabilitate himself. Even he's not really in. He's in like if we're gonna call it a prison, it's an open air one, and he gets to do things.
Yeah.
Anyway, we talked a lot about this. So we're gonna be back next week. We
Yes.
we we're doing previews for season 1 and 2 because we knew the Stranger Worlds episodes coming out, but
Yeah.
just like with season 3,
They're
like
really.
they're leaving us in the dark.
It's episode 1.3. That's all we got. Nothing else. I like how it just lists the 1 star. Stephen Colbert. You can hear his voice every now and then.
So like we don't even know if we're gonna get Caleb, right?
So that's yeah. We no nothing here yet for a preview, but we're gonna be doing these episodes as they release. Like again, like you said, with the first 2 seasons of Strange New Worlds, those were episodes that already came out. We were playing catch up there, but with season 3, we were releasing episodes a couple days after the actual Star Trek episodes came out. Same situation here. So next week we have episode number 1.3. What happens? We'll find out, I guess.
We'll find out, and you'll find out with us. And join us in going to a cemetery and post your experiences, and at least give us a picture on Discord.
Yeah.
I'd like to see some stuff like that on there, guys. Thanks for joining us. I'm Joshua Hadley. He's Lord Justin Belanger of the Principality of Sealand. Have a good rest of your week. Live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper.